Welcome back. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, man. It's been a long time. Been really trying to be patient, but it's been a long time, so I'm ready to go.
How do you stay positive during that time when you're not fighting?
I'm a busy guy, man. I got 4 daughters. I got my gym opened last year. I have a lot going on, outside of just fighting. So I'm always busy. So I just gotta, get focused on that stuff. Ramp it up a little bit more. But besides that, that's usually how I deal with everything. It's to work out, go to work, and I get past it pretty easy.
What was the reason for the length? Was it a decision you made? Was it that it was
No.
hard to find fight?
No, I was probably annoying Shelby. I was, hitting him up like every other week. I was like, hey, this guy dropped. Let me in. Like, so, it's just timeline. I think that they wanted to give me a big matchup. And I think that, people like long camps. I personally don't care for them. I like to do short notice because I'm always training. So, who knows what it was. But, I'm ready to go. And I'll stay active this year.
What was the feeling like when you finally got that call?
It was great. It was like it was great because I was like December, January. I didn't even think about January. Honestly, I was looking for November, December, and I kind of forgot about January and February. And then those fights got booked, and then February was booked, and then it was like March. I was like, oh my gosh, man, like, give me a short notice, something. And they finally gave me a fight, and it was like the beginning of January or maybe mid-January. They gave me the fight for April. I was like, well, I can't really complain because, they gave me a fight, but, it's not tomorrow. It's, 6 or 3 months out, so whatever.
So when do you start a fight camp when you know that far in advance?
I am in fight camp mode all the time. My weight's always good. My cardio is always good. I train. Like, I truly love this, like the whole aspect of the whole thing. The only thing that's a little different for me is that I cut out some carbs, like when it gets closer to fight time. But my training is always, where it needs to be. My cardio is, always where it needs to be, and my weight's always good. So, like, for me, the only thing that changes is maybe some more intense sparring. That's about it.
What were your thoughts when you heard the opponent?
This is a matchup that almost got made years back in a different, LFA, a smaller promotion. It's something that we're both from Texas. He was coming up, I was coming up. We almost fought, we didn't, and nothing was really said after that. But I'm actually pretty tight with Cowboy Cerrone. Him and my coach are, they used to be teammates. And so when he talked all that smack with Cowboy, it kind of lit some fire underneath me. I was like, dude, like, this guy's so arrogant. Like, he talks so much smack. And so ever since then, I kind of just haven't liked him. So definitely when I got the matchup, I was excited for sure.
What was he saying?
Look back at the press conference. He talked about how old Cowboy was and how he was just going to tool him and he was going to do whatever he wanted to him. And he talked a lot of smack, man, like a lot of smack. So it is what it is. It wasn't about me. I don't take anything personally, really. I just like, there's some people that I don't really not like a whole lot of people, but I just don't like him, and I don't know what it is, but something about his face. I don't know.
Does he know you don't like him, or
I don't
is this gonna be the
know.
first
He'll
time?
know now. I don't know.
I'll ask him.
Hey, yeah.
So you guys haven't run into each other at the hotel or anything, or?
No. I would never, like, even if I didn't like him, I would never go up and like, hey, we're gonna fight. We're gonna be there Saturday night. We're gonna fight, and things will be settled then.
Imagine that you guys had fought when you originally were talked about. How different are you guys now than that would have been then?
Completely different. I think we were both undefeated at the time. He's just a different. He still thinks of himself as the undefeated fighter, and where I've been humbled. Where you can learn from these mistakes that you've made and things like that, and I think that he hasn't learned from that. And I don't care what he's changed with this camp, he's still going to have a problem with my cardio, and I'm still going to be coming forward. I'm still going to be looking for a finish in that third round when he's dying. So I think that there's so much has changed. I think we both have had those wars for sure, but I think that he's lacking the ability to like learn from his mistakes, and he definitely comes out aggressive every single fight, does the same thing every single fight, and I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to come forward, he's going to be coming forward, and I'm not going to stop, and he will.
Sounds like you think it's going to go to the third round. Is that what you're expecting from him?
I'm expecting a third round battle, but I'm looking for a finish. So wherever that comes, I'm looking for a finish.
Do you feel like you're a more dangerous fighter right now because you're coming off a couple losses and you have that animosity towards him?
No, I don't have animosity towards him. I'm a more dangerous fighter right now because I have just grown so much in this last year. It was a rough year. So, like, I have grown so much from this last year, and I'm just a completely different person all around. And, my style had to change because I had an injury, which I've never had really. And so that put a lot of pressure on me to learn different things and, become a different fighter. And mentally, I've grown so much from this last year. It's been, huge trials, huge errors, and things have just, went up and down. And, I'm in a great spot right now, mentally and physically, just, through the roof right now. I'm ready to go.
Thank you.
Hey, Damon. How do you decide on how much you're going to train at your Fortis and Safe's Fortis?
I'm at both every day. So I go to my place in the morning. So 5:30 in the morning classes. I'm there, teaching either kickboxing or like an MMA fit, workout wise. And then I go to Dallas around 8 a.m. So I'm there from 5:30 to 8. Go to Dallas from 9 to 12. I still train some of my clients there. I train there in the morning, and then I go back to my gym and I train there midday and at night. So I'm doing 2 and 3 days, 4 to 5 days a week. I'm working 19-hour days, and I have so much energy and so much mentally. I'm just so free right now, with everything, and just different level for sure.
What's the difficulties of being a gym owner?
Just learning as you go is a crappy way to do things. And I've been around the gym my whole life, the gym scene. So you think you know things that you don't have a freaking clue about. And really just kind of right now, I've got some really good teammates and really good friends that are taking over some classes for me and helping me out with things. And so just having the ability to learn how to let some stuff go to other people and let them control that. It's hard to do, but it's very necessary because you can't be there teaching every class, doing everything like that. So just learning as you go it's been a rough one, but I'm at a really good point right now.
How much advice did Safe give you?
Oh yeah, every day. I'm always hey, what do I gotta do to get these numbers up? What can I, whatever. It means just being around him for all these years, learning how to coach and learning how to speak to people, learning how to carry yourself, and I've learned so much from him. And he's one of the best coaches to ever do it. And to learn from him as a gym owner and a coach, both ways, it's been great.
After you're done fighting, and obviously you like coaching, is that what your role is going to be?
I'm doing it now. So very selfish part of me wants to stay here for 300 the whole week. I want to be here the whole week and just eat all of it up because I know it's such a big week. But I have guys fighting on the 12th. I have guys fighting on the 18th, and I have guys fighting regularly now. So for me to get back and make sure they're training the right way, make sure that things are going good for them is important to me. And I'm going to be back in Dallas on Monday night teaching classes and doing my thing. And I've grown a lot from it, and just mentally just in a different spot with it, and getting to teach them things that I haven't done in 10 years or more, to kind of refresh myself with the fundamentals has been a really good thing for my style as well.
Since your last fight, Ilia Topuria became the champion, and I just wanted to ask, being a former opponent, did you see how special he was while watching tape on him and then obviously fighting him?
Well, before we fight, he had nothing online, nothing. And so I'm oh, this dude's he's a black belt. I don't care about a black belt. I don't care about jiu-jitsu. I don't care who you are. I can grapple with you, and if you're the same size as me. So whenever they gave me the matchup, I told Coach, I was hey, I want this fight. They think this guy's awesome. I'm gonna take him down 7 because he all he showed was grappling. It was some videos of him grappling or some fights of his where he took the guy down or whatever. And so I was oh, there's no threat on the feet. I'm gonna take the fight. And Coach is no, they think this guy's gonna be the next champ. They think he's gonna whatever. I'm whatever. I just want the fight. And so we kind of had he didn't want me to take it, and I took it on kind of a shorter notice camp. And but I was not expecting his boxing and his movement, his speed. He's a very talented dude, man. So to see him, to lose to him, and then to see him go on and win, to see Danny Ige up there, winning, and I always known Danny Ige was a tough fighter and a very special fighter, and so I'm happy to see him continue to win after he beat me. I wasn't the same person for that fight. I didn't have my pec. I tore it right before the Pat Sabatini fight, and I got lucky as hell and caught him with a front kick, and because that would have been rough to wrestle him the whole fight. And so, you know, like to lose to those guys and to see them doing well, it's pretty cool. And I didn't lose to Billy. I don't care what anybody says. I didn't lose that damn fight. So I'm not on a 2-fight skid. I'm on a no contest and a loss. So.
Do you regret taking the Topuria fight now?
No, I know. I don't regret anything. I don't really, like, there's not a lot in my life that I regret. So, like, very few things. And definitely not one of them, no.
Thanks, man.